everyone, welcome back. I had some intuition that I really had to talk about my transition and the overview. And I really wanted to talk to you about the reason of why. I think that's so important in purpose driven work. It really must be powerful for you to say, okay, why? Why am I doing this? And why is it important to me? I think asking yourself the right question is really important, but understanding why and your reasons for why is really important. That doesn't necessarily have to be validated by anyone else. I think a lot of people want that validation, like, oh, I need to validate how I'm feeling with someone else. I think as soon as you give that away to someone else, you lose part of your power. Know your reasons why, stand by and have courage and really act within your integrity and really say, well, this is my reasons why. These are the reasons why it's important to me, and move on and move forward. I think the only constant in life is actual change. That is the only constant. As you know, people live and will enter into different chapters. They will have different experiences, though the common experiences are what I have actually blogged about in the first instances in phase one. So there is a lot of commonality there. I think purpose is also due to the fact, and this is something that's really quite hard, is that you can't really pinpoint purpose for you until really you've had a look within and go within. I think the only safe space is within these days. I think within COVID times, it's really quite important to be your own best friend, to be your own, be your own person within, and then you'll be fine. There is rough times, but I think supportive relationships really do give you that perspective of, enjoying the journey as well, and that we're all, going through this together. I find a lot of people are still stuck in the old ways. That's fine. Respect where they're at and respect where you're at, and move on. I think the why is yearning for something more meaningful connections and meaningful life, I think is really important. Don't get me wrong, I don't really understand the meaning of life at the moment. I think that's another level of purpose when I go and explore all these things. It's just another level. And I don't think we've ever really understood meaning properly. And I don't think we've ever really understood purpose properly. And I don't think we as people have really necessarily understood the importance of growth in a consciousness or neurobiology that's now entering into society, and having a bit of a look at that inquiry within to the reasons why we approach certain people. We have that certain expectations. I think emotionally, you've got to have a good growth system to withstand the tidal waves of life as it comes in. So that's really important. My transition was really inquiry about self, and I find that was a really great insight to mental health as well, spirituality, emotional, regulation, and having a bit of a look at our relationship with our emotions and what we're actually really going through. I think having the people that I have in my life, we all know it's an expression and then it's gone. It's energy and then it's gone. And, there's nothing really wrong about emotional health. And what's really important in terms of mental health, if these relationships aren't really delivering fantastic value for your life, then leave it. If people aren't respecting what you have to say, then leave it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to accept their perspective, but I think it's important to have a baseline respect. I think the paradigm has really changed, and this is something that I know to be true. I find perspective is powerful when you really have respect. You don't necessarily have to accept their model of the world, but it's important to respect. I think that's important. And I feel my transition was a bunch of perspectives put together to see what really you thought about it, and then take bits of what I'm saying and then integrate it into your own world. This is a very tailored niche market. It's not something that a lot of people will enter into. And why should they have to enter into it when they don't want to? It's all choice work. And I find purpose is really why. What's important to you? Know that it's only, in hindsight, your own huge, big puzzle. It's something that is so much bigger than you. And it does take a long time to actually grow that. You might have different purposes in many different aspects in the business, relationships, career, all the things I have mentioned. And that's not really, health. Health can be purpose of how do I live a healthier life? How do I get my health under control? How do I live a healthier lifestyle? that's really, really important. So I think purpose really does ignite a lot of things for us, and meaning as well. So that's really important when it comes to understanding my transition. The truth of finding purpose means that you will need to learn how to go within and have your own awakenings and have your own insights and really enjoy the journey of all of this. And putting your why is really important.